Can you please tell me what NLP is and how can help us in everyday life?
Well, to answer the question, I'd have to tell you what NLP is. And in a very real way, it works with the imagination. Now, people hear that and they think, well, but my things are real. We know enough about the neuroscience of memory now to know that people remake their memories each time they think of them. If some people think of a difficulty, they'll notice they've dropped out the boring parts. Or if it's a relationship that went bad, they drop out the good parts, so they just remember the bad parts. So we really make up our memory in a certain way. And with NLP, we understand how that process works, so we can use it deliberately. So as far as helping relieve someone of something, it's to help them think about that differently in a way that would be calming or help them make peace with it or let them move forward. We're not as much in the world as we think we are. We're also in our minds. And the lives we get are what we think about. And so if somebody spends all day or most every day thinking about their problems, then in doing that, that's their life, is thinking about their problems. Now, if they're solving them, this can be a good thing to do because then you can get on with the rest of your life. Other people, like they buy a lottery ticket. They dream about the life they might have. But in both cases, the person actually isn't living the life they could live. And in that sense, whether you resolve the problem, which NLP has a number of techniques for, or you begin to create an image, an idea of the better life you want and the steps to get there, is less important than you do one of them because then it takes you out of your problem or out of your dreaminess and gets you on a path.
How can NLP help in everyday struggle here in Serbia, country that is not so economically developed?
Well, I wouldn't presume to solve the problem in a short interview. And it's interesting you use the word struggle. One aspect of NLP is metaphors, which is how do we talk about our lives? How do we put them together? I work with people in the financial area, and they often talk about it's a game. And this both helps them to play it, but as we realized in the West with the crisis, they take it less seriously than they should. So how we think, if somebody thinks something is a struggle, and of course that feels real to them, then they're going to approach it differently than if they see it as a journey or a possibility, a way of moving through life. Too often when people have a difficulty, where they are and where they want to get to are too far away from each other, not only in the real world, but also in their mind. So one of the things we do in NLP, it's called chunking down, is to make things into smaller stages. Like what are things that are more near in time that can give you a sense of moving forward? People underestimate how important it is for our whole body, our spirit, our mind to feel some movement forward. And so I suggest to people that they put goals even in the next day, that they begin to feel like they're making movement.